Richard Dildo's asking you to look up the history of Fanta. I don't know anything about Fanta. Are they racist too?
Well, yes, and it's connected to Coke.
Yeah, I know it's connected to Coke, but I didn't know they had a
Pretty
racist
interesting.
past.
All right.
Really?
How Fanta was created for Nazi Germany.
Oh boy.
The soda product was made from apple fibers and a cheese byproduct. Sounds disgusting. It's February 1944, and Berlin is attempting to recover from American aerial bombing, but life and industry continues on the city's outskirts. In farmhouses, bottles clang, and a mix of ex-convicts, Chinese laborers, and other workers fill glass bottles of what was likely a cloudy brownish liquid. This is one of Coca-Cola's makeshift bottling operations, and they are making Nazi Germany's signature beverage.
Oh, maybe we will bring down Coca-Cola then.
Even during the war, Germans want their Fanta. The soft drink Fanta was invented by Coca-Cola, which is weird because I always associated Fanta with like Latin America.
Yeah, because those damn commercials. The Fanta, want the Fanta. Yeah, you got all these girls from different islands and shit dancing and shit. Like,
yeah. I always just
some boring German drink. I just knew it was some island shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, Anyway, an American company inside of Nazi Germany during World War II developed at the height of the Third Reich. The new soda ensured the brand's continued popularity. Fanta became a point of nationalistic pride.
Whoa!
What? And was consumed by the German public, from the Frau's cooking at home to the highest officials of the Nazi party.
Hashtag cancel Coca-Cola.
How is Fanta not canceled? Oh my God. The drink was technically fruit flavored, but limited wartime resources made that descriptor not wholly accurate in its ingredients. Well, whatever. Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
So even back then they were making it full of bullshit. No, we don't got fruit because it's a war. So here's a bunch of shit.
Check this out. By the time Hitler and the Third Reich marched into Austria, Coca-Cola had been in Germany for nearly a decade.
Whoa.
Coke was invented in 1886 by Dr. John Stiff Pemberton, who sold it at a local Atlanta pharmacy for 5 cents a glass. Can you imagine that shit? Some guy just came up with Coke like at his house. And then it's
like 5 cents a glass. You just have to think, like, oh, this tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Good job, Pemberton.
And it's like the most widely distributed beverage like in the world 1 billion times over. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody who in 1886 bought a glass and then by like 1906 or whatever, like, whoa, this shit is everywhere.
Yeah, right. It was like iPhones.
Yeah.
Pemberton was a Confederate Civil War veteran still suffering from a saber wound. While recovering, he became addicted to morphine. Coca-Cola made from the coca leaf and the cola nut. Hence, the name was an attempt to find an alternative painkiller.
So he was basically, he came up with something for like methadone purposes, basically.
Yeah, essentially. The coca leaf is
and he was a Confederate. How is Coca-Cola not canceled no more? How are they not canceled?
I think at this point it's like trying to cancel the banks. It's like they're just too big. Like, what are you going to do? How are you going to get rid of Coke? The coca leaf was used to make highly addictive cocaine, which helped explain the drink's quick expansion. Yeah, because everyone's getting high, getting lit off
Coke. Used to have pure cocaine back in these days.
In 1895, Coca-Cola's CEO boasted of its presence in every American state and territory. Wow. In 1933, when Hitler and the Nazi Party were assuming power, German-born Max Kite took over the company's German subsidiary. Coca-Cola GmbH. Kite was an imposing figure, tall, great, charming. Back in America, the Coca-Cola company led by Robert Woodruff did not discourage this. The company sponsored the 1936 Berlin Olympics, which Woodruff attended, and made banners featuring the Coca-Cola logo alongside the swastika.
Oh man! So before Disney was doing, hundreds of years, almost 100 years before Disney was doing fucking movies in front of concentration camps, Coca-Cola was putting their logo next to swastikas for the Nazis. That's crazy.
Amazing. That is amazing. And like Gina Carano says something like, hey, maybe, we're getting a little close to like the pre of what Nazi Germany was. And they're like, you're fucking gone. Yeah. Maybe they still got Nazis at Coke. Who knows?
Maybe. Apparently has a huge... Coca-Cola has a lot of connection to the Confederate Army in Nazi Germany, and that's just on record. And cocaine. So
And
these are just,
cocaine.
and still is linked to cocoa leaf extract. So
Wow.
I think Be Less White. Maybe they're not talking about race at all.
Holy shit. Look at this. The company sponsored the Berlin. Okay. Kite. Is that it? Kite.
Yeah.
Kite. This way too close to a slur for me, especially when we're talking about Nazis in Germany.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
Kite used a 10th anniversary party for Coca-Cola to order a mass Sieg Heil Nazi salute in honor of the dictator's 50th birthday.
Oh
my God. He declared that this was to commemorate our deepest admiration of our Fuhrer.
Whoa. I'm really. Dr. Seuss got canceled. That's a trillion years old, but Coca-Cola doesn't.
Coca-Cola straight up saluted Hitler. And they don't
tell you to be less white.
Oh my God.
Sheesh, be less. It was straight up saluted Hitler and was made by a guy in the Confederate Army. And you're telling us about our shit. Oh, you're literally linked to slavery and Nazis. It was like the two worst things over the past 200 years. Your corporation is directly linked to them.
Yeah.
Indelibly. Are you serious?
Oh, this gets better. This gets better. Okay. Coca-Cola wasn't alone in ignoring Hitler's increasing aggression. Other American industries, such as Hollywood, overlooked Nazi Germany's human rights atrocities and went out of their way to retain German business. This is like Christmas.
Man, I've wondered. This never happened before where Hollywood went out of their way to retain business from a very evil country that puts people in camps.
This is amazing. Oh my God, you are right, sir. What a parallel you just drew.
Yeah.
Apparently, too, I don't know if you heard about that, but Gary mentioned it on the Nooner that China, I guess, declared like homosexuality is now a mental illness.
Huh.
Yes. And we'll see how all of our very...
You know what? I just know our media who's so for the LGBTQ community. I know platforms like this who are so for that community, they're gonna have something to say to China, of course.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. You know, they go after all those gay, the guys who won't make the cakes, those anti-gay bakers. They go hard after them. They cancel everyone who doesn't say a kind thing. They went after Dave Chappelle for crying out loud. I'm sure they would never imbue their own No, they wouldn't contradict their own integrity.
No.
And not go after China. No, I'm sure they wouldn't do something like that. No. I'm sure we'll just watch in the next following weeks where they criticize and chastise and stop doing business out of protest. I'm sure that'll happen.
Absolutely.
Let's keep reading this amazing article.
Goodness, right. We have
Hitler, thank you so much, Sentient Dildo. You are an asset to this channel, my friend.
Yeah, you are, man.
Hitler's invasion of Europe in 1999 did not phase Kite or the Atlanta Bays. I got it. Keith. I'm just saying it's too close.
Or K or something. Yeah.
Didn't phase Keith.
Get monetized hopefully in a few weeks. So
I don't like this. It makes me uncomfortable. All right.
Yeah.
Didn't phase Keith or Atlanta-based Coca-Cola either. The company continuously supplied its German subsidiary with syrup and supplies. By the way, this is all during rations, because when we were during war, well, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we weren't rationing things yet in 1939, because I don't think we weren't attacked yet. So okay, maybe not. The company continuously supplied its German subsidiary with syrup and supplies. In addition, Keith followed German troops into conquered countries such as Italy, France, and Holland, allies, to take over their respective Coca-Cola businesses.
Wow, that's crazy. So wait, let me get this straight. At this point, Coca-Cola is already an international company. The fucking guy linked to the... That's fucking brutal, man.
I gotta make a video about this. This is crazy.
My country happens to be in power right now, and they're taking over all your country. So I'm gonna just take over whatever Coca-Cola operations. Apparently, parent company Coke is like, well, that's just how it crumbles.
This is great. Wow, this is awesome. Okay. By 1940, Coca-Cola was the undisputed soft drink king of Nazi Germany. This is amazing.
Oh, shit.
According to legend, there's a photo in the Coke archives of military leader Hermann Goering chugging a bottle of Coca-Cola. Oh my God. Hitler was rumored to enjoy the caffeinated beverage while watching American movies like Gone with the Wind. Oh no. Then in December 7th, 1941, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. The U.S.'s entrance into World War II meant that American companies had to immediately stop all business activities with the enemy, which I'm sure Coca-Cola did. In addition, the German government was threatening to seize enemy-owned businesses. General Motors pulled out of Germany, though Opel, a fully owned subsidiary of GM, still operated there. But I think that's technically a French company. Not sure though. IBM's operations were seized by the Third Reich, though controversy exists on how much they contributed to the German war effort. Coca-Cola HQ in Atlanta also cut off communications with Germany. Coca-Cola was on the verge of going flat. Keith couldn't make Coke, and at any point, the Nazi government could seize his beloved company. But he had an idea. He had an alternate beverage specifically designed for the German market. Dude. This guy actively made like business with our enemies.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Okay.
Go ahead.
Working with his chemist, Keith patched together a recipe with the limitations imposed by wartime rationing. That's what I thought was going on, but I was wrong. It was basically made from the leftovers of other food industries, fruit shavings, apple fibers, the pulp, beet sugar, and whey, the liquid remaining after milk has been curdled and strained during cheese production. To name this concoction, Keith told him to use their imagination. Joe Nip, a salesman, pitched Fanta, shorthand for the German word for fantasy. It stuck. This guy created a product. Coca-Cola's lead guy in Atlanta created a product designed to be sold to Nazis during the World War II.
Yeah. And designed to use what they could with the rationing.
What a piece of shit. This is amazing.
I don't want a Fanta anymore, that's for sure.
Fanta saved Coca-Cola GmbH. I don't know what that GmbH is. Sales rose gradually during the war, particularly as other choices became harder and harder to find. It wasn't simply drunk either. Fanta was popular as sweetener for soups due to the severe sugar rationing, since the drink's renown earned an exemption from rationing after 1941. It was likely used for a variety of other cooking and baking needs. It was Fanta or nothing. Tristan Donovan, author of the book Fizz, How Soda Shook Up the World, had a pretty much market dominance during wartime. Wow. For Pendergrast, there's little doubt that Keith worked with the Nazis, but he sees Keith as a corporate man rather than a Nazi ideologue. That's even worse. He doesn't have values. He was just selling it to whoever would buy it.
Wow. And he was hailed as a hero. Wait. It says, despite being on the wrong side of history, I'm reading a little bit down. It said Keith did get his wish partially. He was hailed as a hero by the Americans back in Atlanta for keeping the company alive in Germany.
What?
The company's VP in sales, Harrison Jones, both praised Keith by calling him a great man for operating in dire circumstances. He was given the command of Coca-Cola.
Oh my God.
This story is crazy. It says this has been public knowledge for decades. Everyone chooses to ignore it. I did not know this, and I'm glad I do. I've learned so much from doing YouTube, and I knew a little bit about Coke. I didn't know it was this bad.
I think I heard something about this, but I didn't know it was this bad. And now considering like them, with their racial preaching, it's like you literally made money on the Nazis.
Yeah,
like you literally made money
and praised it after the fact. Praised the guy like, hey, even though you guys
promoted him.
You promoted him. When Hitler was taking over countries in Europe, he just took over the Coca-Cola operations for whatever country he was taking over.
Yeah, he just went in right behind him.
And they praised him again, and he ends up being the head guy in Coca-Cola Europe. He was promoted for this. This is like
amazing.
In the movie Liar Liar, and I'm almost about to dox myself because my damn mouse is on start cam. I have my mask off, so you're almost about to see me. But in the movie Liar Liar, he talks about there's like a scene where the girl talks about, oh man, these people who got off for trying to rob somebody's house and getting hurt, and then he says, I could have got you more money. Like that's what it seems like. Like, yeah, this is despicable, but he made a lot of money, so it was okay.
And now they're preaching to everyone else.
And apparently, Buckaroo Baizu says that there's a advertisement in the Hitler Youth Handbook for Fanta.
I believe it.
Sheesh, I don't want a Fanta at all, man. Yes, since the war is excellent business. It's why we're back to bombing shit immediately. Isn't that great?
Yeah, right. What a coincidence. Oh my God.
Sheesh.
That's wild. That's wild. Coca-Cola literally profited on genocide.